checking on you.
No, I'm a very positive person.
I don't know. As am I.
In fact, I can speak positively right now about my own ignorance. I did not know that the money that we take in from the parking lot actually is used to reduce, not the whole budget, but just the recreation budget. And I don't know, where this comes from. Last year's treasurer, John Gephardt, made that statement. I believe it to be true because he said it. And he's an honorable man, an honest man. But that knocked me off my chair. Was this news to you guys, or was it just me that was basking in his ignorance?
I don't usually practice in basking in ignorance. However, I'm not sure that, do you have a problem with that? Is that what you're trying to imply? I'm not sure what you're trying to say about it.
As far as I was concerned, it went into the general fund.
Was this the debate that you had initially in the meeting?
No, it wasn't the debate in terms of, the discussion was really around the topic of the $30,000 of expenses associated with the parking lot, and whether or not the business side, the recreational side of the budget should fund that, because it is a business income, and that income is used to reduce the business side of the budget. But the statement that John made was that the funds, and I assume, John, you meant by law, but you didn't say that, was that the revenue that comes in from these parking lots can only be used to reduce the business side of the budget. Now, no one challenged that statement at the time, so I assume everyone thought it was true or knew it to be true, except me, who was basking in his ignorance. And now I want to know if anyone else is like silently basking in their ignorance or not.
As far as I was concerned, that the revenue from the parking lot goes into the general fund. We put it in the same account. So that's as far as I know, and I haven't talked to our accountant since then.
Oh, okay.
So.
Thank you. Mr. Chairman, can I ask the treasurer if he could provide some clarity on this point?
Well, you
can ask, but I don't have.
You can ask it to find out for you.
I don't have an answer. I truly don't. But what I could do is I can call the accountant and ask the accountant where this should be. Beyond that, I can do that much. I know what you're talking about. Everybody here knows what you're talking about.
Well, I'm not talking about the expense question. I'm talking about the income question.
Yes.
Okay.
Because John suggested one thing, and Chuck suggested something different, and...
But they were speaking about the expense side. In John's position, he was making a statement regarding income. It's the income that I'm speaking to, not the expenses.
Okay.
John, would you mind?
John perhaps would like to speak on that.
I think we can.
Or I'm sorry.
Yeah, he can.
I'm not
the annual audit that we do every year states right in here. Expenses for general government was $105,000 last year. Taxes to support that was $114,000. Culture and recreation expenses were $341,000. Taxes to support that were $257,000. All that money has got to come from where you get your income, that difference. And that's been in the budget, in the annual report for years.
So this is something that's directed by the accountants, and basically one of these, we've always done it that way, we think, right?
DRA, Department of Revenue Administration, made the decision that this is where it was going to be done. Don't ask me if that was done by legislation or what. But last year, we took money from our surplus to pay the last payment on the budget. And we had to write a letter to DRA to get them to take that out of the, current monies that we had, so that it would not affect taxes on either side. But normally, all income, and this is from DRA, goes to offset culture and recreation taxes.
So if I understood that correctly, this is a DRA directive that we go through this process?
It's either DRA or it's legislation. I'm not sure which.
Did you want to comment?
Larry Quinn, 18 Tuttle Avenue. I understand what John Gebhardt is saying, that the income has to go against, to reduce, to the culture account. But that's income, the net of the expenses. The wages must come out of that first, not, and then have not the wages go one place and the income go another. That means the money from the parking is paying. It means the money from the parking is paying to support the activities at the beach, and the wages from the parking are coming out of my taxes that are not in the exempt amount, separate from the other. And that, I don't believe that's the way it's supposed to be. Right?
Mr. Quinn's comment was relative to the motion that Commissioner Rage, well, I guess it's Citizen Rage, right? Because you were making that motion as a citizen, weren't you?
I guess so, yeah.
Citizen Rage put a motion out there to take the business expense associated with the business income on the parking lot and push it over onto the non-business side of our budget, under the auspices of saying our accountant so directed him.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh.
What I said was it had been in that position, and I had asked the accountant why it had been changed, and he said it was always in that position, it should be in that position, and thought that we had switched it for whatever reason we wanted. He didn't know why we switched it. I talked to John Kane, former commissioner. He talked to Mike O'Neill. I talked to Skip Windemiller and Mike. Who did I talk to? And they all said it should be in that.
And did you talk to our treasurer?
I had mentioned it to him at a meeting, and and that's when after I talked to him, I talked to the other people.
And what did our treasurer, as long as you're reporting what everyone else said, what did our treasurer say?
That it should be in that spot. It was always in the wrong spot. So that's why I called and asked the different people, and they said it could go.
Because your presentation at the meeting is that you spoke with the accountant, and he said that we've always done it this way,
right?
The way you were amending it to be,
right? Exactly.
And that was the basis. That was the entire basis for the motion.
And I had mentioned that I had talked to the other commissioners, the past commissioners.
Mm-hmm. Can we, is it possible that we can get a clarification from the accountant? Who hires the accountant? Is it the commissioners or the treasurer?
Commissioners.
Commissioners do. Is it possible that we can have the accountant give us in writing what his thinking is on this topic?
Sure.
Thank you.